Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
Just win, baby. Let's go. So, we're gonna talk about our week. It's good to have you here. We actually went to training camp twice last week, and I want to talk about it just a little bit. And Ross is gonna be going tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I know. This is your first time in Vegas going to a training camp?
Yes, training camp in Vegas. I did get to go in Napa Valley in 2019 when I was out there for Charles Woodson's golf tournament, his charity tournament. I got to play, and that was nice. So yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because that was the first one I went to, and that was the last one in Oakland or Napa Valley.
Exactly.
It was pretty hot out there last time too.
It was very swampy. You're in the sun, you're getting blasted pretty good. They were doing hard knocks that season, and we had all the nonsense with AB running around like
I always thought that AB was going to be our savior, man.
Yeah. We were all pumped about
AB,
it.
I thought it was going to be crazy out there, but, I think training camp out here is definitely going to be a staple out here because, I think it's a better scenery out here, especially at the training facility. And like I said, man, me and the Uce got to go this past week. We went on Thursday?
Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday was pretty dope, because Thursday was pretty dope because we got to actually interact with a lot of players that we already know. Shout out to Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, all those guys. We got to interact with them just a little bit, and then on Saturday it was a packed house.
It was super packed.
But we also got to get to chop it up with the people we know that's in the organization. We got to talk to Dave Ziegler a little bit, even the president of the Raider-Nation.
Shout out to her for reposting our pictures.
Sandra Douglas Morgan, man.
Outstanding.
That was
badass.
Man, shout out to the president, man. We got to find a way inside the stadium with the media credentials.
Still waiting on the response, you know what I'm saying?
So, for the people out there that have not been to training camp, a lot of people have been asking me, how do you get into training camp? I think you have to be a season ticket holder, right?
Yes.
You have to be a season ticket holder. We're not a season ticket holder, but we were blessed with some great Raider fans that were able to let us go to a training camp and get the pictures and the video for you guys, the Raider Nation. So you have to be a season ticket holder, or at least know somebody that has it that would be generous enough to give it to you, or I guess sell it to you.
There's also Facebook groups on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
That where people can't make it, they sell their tickets for whether it's training camp or regular season. So check out the groups on Facebook. You never know, you might come across some cheap tickets.
Yeah. And sometimes they hook you up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people on there. I've been a season ticket holder since 2003, so I've been blessed enough to get these invites, but this is the first time I've made it out. And honestly, I'm really excited because we have a state-of-the-art facility.
Oh, yeah.
And when I went in Napa, we were at an elementary school.
It was. I was surprised.
I was surprised. An elementary school.
Because I've been a fan for a long, long time, and I would see those training camp videos, and I'm like, man, I would love to go out there one time. And then when we turned into an elementary school, like,
are we at the right place?
But a lot of people love that aura, I guess, with the Oakland Raiders. A lot of fans feel like, oh, the Raiders should go back at least to Napa Valley for like a week of training camp. I don't think they should at all. I think they're good here in Las Vegas. I know it could be hot out here sometimes, but I think just being out there, the facility, the people that come out there, and with the tents that they got set up, I think that they did a better job this year than they did last year. But I wanted to ask you, was there something that you seen at training camp that really got you excited?
Yeah. I would have to say I did see, I don't know if you were paying attention either, but I was watching I was paying attention to Josh McDaniels when he was speaking to the players, and for me, seeing social media and everybody talking about all the players hate Josh McDaniels, this and that, I got to see with my own eyes, how in sync and in tune they were with Josh McDaniels. When he was speaking, whether it was to this person, that person, or the group in general, they were really in sync and in tune with him. So that was one thing that stuck out to me, and I was like, okay, hopefully it looks good, when everybody's responsive and in tune with the coach. So that was one big thing for me, at least, that stuck out.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's our quarterback, Jimmy G, man. We got to see him. We got to see him out there, man. Throw the ball out, a couple of times. It was good to see it in person because I don't know what it was, but I never knew that he had a quick release like that. Like the way he been throwing the balls out there, and a lot of people were complaining about him not being able to throw the deep ball, and he threw a couple of deep balls out there to Devontae Adams. Not nothing too fancy, but I just like to see the quarterbacks out there, and I feel like he's going to be good quarterback for us this year. Another quarterback that really caught my eye was Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I was watching him too.
I mean, we were all watching him because he was wearing number 4, and it was kind of crazy to see another quarterback wearing number 4 after the last number 4 left. You know.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think about his arm?
Who? Aiden.
Aiden.
Oh, it was a great arm, man.
Yeah.
He's got a gun?
Bro. Those long passes he was passing just looked nice to me, at least.
I mean,
he had a cannon on him, bro.
You know, I'd heard on social media a lot about how the offense was responding to Garoppolo. Did you guys notice like a crisper difference when he was, running the team?
Yeah. I would say, yeah. I mean, they weren't really running too many drills, like plays, but like off of the, just the passing drills that they did have. I mean, he looked good out there.
Yeah.
I know that yesterday he
threw an
interception for the first
time.
but then I also heard that he threw a huge touchdown bomb to Devontae Adams as well. So, I think, of course, there's going to be mistakes in training camp, but, there's some highlights there. And, Devontae Adams, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. He's gonna make him look good, so that's what I'm expecting. Right. I want to get your thoughts on Jimmy G in just a little bit, but I do want to talk about. For me, of course, I'm really optimistic about Jimmy G. We all have our different thoughts. It's one thing to look good in training camp, and it's another to look good when the pressure's coming on you.
Yeah,
so
when it counts.
Yeah, when it counts. So I'm excited to see the preseason that's just right around the corner. This next week. We finally get to see some Raider football against the 49ers.
Yes,
we get that payback hopefully in preseason.
Bang bang booty gang, you going down?
I'm excited. This is gonna be Jimmy G's revenge game, quote unquote revenge game. But Alpha man, I want to ask you. I know we talk a lot. We talk a lot about all these subjects at hand. But what was your thought on us getting Jimmy G and even moving on from Derek Carr?
Man, that is it's really gotten so convoluted between all the love-hate people have for Carr and everything else.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking at it from a business standpoint, what it was going to cost with his contract and everything else, and what we got Jimmy G for, I don't know. It feels like we at least made a lateral move and not really even a downgrade at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if Jimmy G can come in and it helps us to build up our younger guys, we know Jimmy's, his nickname, Jimmy Glass. We've never seen him make much, many full seasons. So kind of looking at that, it's like, is he going to get us through 9, 10, 11 weeks? Is that when we see Aiden O'Connell? I'm trying to be optimistic about it because he does have a great winning percentage, but he's always been on had great defensive teams.
Yeah.
I want to see preseason. I want to see how the team responds to him. I want to see, like the quick release you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got to see it for myself.
Oh, definitely.
You'll see it
with
tomorrow.
our players. You know what I mean? But I haven't totally formulated my opinion yet because I need more.
Okay. So, you're a guy that obviously front row, Allegiant Stadium. You get to go to most of the games or all the games.
All the games.
All the games. And you see it. You watch the eye test. It's one thing to watch it at home,
right?
On TV, but be there and see all the missed throws or whatever. Like, what was your thoughts on Derek Carr, I guess? Like, I want to ask you from the eye test, do you think that we should have moved on from him, or do you feel like it was the right move for the Raiders?
Well, honestly, what I thought about last season, it felt like a tank job. I went to so many games. I was in Tennessee. I was in Kansas City where we had solid leads, and the coaching, the decisions I didn't agree with at all. We went for 2 against Kansas City.
Yeah.
It made no sense. There was just, a number of things that the coaching I thought was suspect. Now, it all set up for Derek Carr to have these great endings, and he just didn't this year. When the year we won the division, beat the Chargers, went to the playoffs, lost to the Bengals, that year when we were winning all those close games with Bisaccia, we were winning all the ones that were coin flips. We won so many of those games, all the overtime games, all the ones that came down at the end, we won.
Yeah.
This last year, we lost them all.
Yeah.
Like every single freaking one of them that was a close game, we pissed away.
It was almost like
the Cardinals, everything. To me, it almost felt like they gave Carr the extension just to keep him in and make him happy, but they had the loophole where they could cut him after a year, and he was just bait to get Devontae here. We get Devontae here under contract. They platoon Carr with the play calling that we did, and they get out of the contract. Now, is that real or not? I don't know. Conspiracy theory put a tinfoil hat on me, but that's just the way it seemed.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with what we were doing, and none of it really made sense. Like, high school coaches wouldn't do what McDaniels did last year. I don't get it.
I understand. I see where you're coming from. And like you said, most of the games we would usually win, we lost last year, and we seen like the other side of that. Back in 2016, we won a lot of those close games at the end of the game. I don't know whether or not to say that McDaniels was trying to throw it all away, but there were opportunities there. Mm-hmm. That's why I kind of put my blame on Derek Carr, because at the end of the day, he's the guy with the ball. Make a play, make a play out there when we need to win games. The 2-point conversion, I understand you on that. I know a lot of people shitted on McDaniels for going for that, but if we make that 2-point conversion, nobody's talking about it. Everybody's looking at Josh McDaniels as a smart dude. Like you go back to that first game against the New Orleans Saints in 2016 when Jack Del Rio went for 2. Everybody's like, "What the fuck are you doing?
No.
Like, what are you doing?" Like, because if we don't get that 2-point conversion, everybody's shitting on Jack.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's actually a really good point. But it's different. In that game against the Saints, which I love to call, there's no time left.
I love it too.
There's no time left. It's do or die. We win. It's over. And the way that New Orleans offense was moving the ball down the field pretty good that day. So I thought it was a great decision. In the Chiefs game, with so much time left on the clock, once the Chiefs got the ball back, they didn't have to do nothing. We would have been able to play for overtime. We'd have been in overtime in that game. But because we pissed it away and now we're at a deficit of 1, it was just the wrong timing. If it was at the end of the game and we can win and they don't have time, fuck, I love it, because you want to keep Mahomes off the field. But even if we had got the 2-point conversion, now we have a 1-point lead. Mahomes has all the time in the world to go down the field to get a field goal anyway. I hated the decision.
Okay, I understand that. Yeah. And to another point that you alluded to was the fact that you felt like that the new regime might have had an out with him. They didn't never really plan to have him here. But I kind of look at that situation like Josh Jacobs, because Josh Jacobs, I feel like, was another player that they didn't really care to have here. All the signs were pointing to the Raiders moving on from Josh Jacobs. Yeah. The only reason why we're in a pickle right now is because he went out there and had the best season ever. He went out there, was the number 1 running back. If he wasn't, I think the Raiders would have easily moved on. Right now, we're just going back and forth. I know that there was some news that came out.
I was going to say that this morning.
I read that. There's some news that came out with Josina Anderson talking about that the Raiders are open to renegotiating with him.
On his contract, yep.
Well, I don't think that they could give him an extension. They could.
They can't do it until
they can renegotiate what they like. I guess like added bonuses to what the franchise tag is right now, which is
get higher.
Yeah, but as far as Josh Jacobs, like I said, they were planning to move on from him. I believe that. And the same way with Derek Carr, maybe they were probably trying to move on from him, but had Derek Carr went out there and did his job still, if he went out there and executed in the red zone and won us games, Derek Carr would still be here today.
Absolutely.
I feel like like it was kind of shaky. Like he wasn't Derek Carr wasn't winning his games last year.
Oh
no, not like 2016, and even back in 2021, I don't think he was winning his games. It was off the back of Josh Jacobs, Daniel Carlson, and even our defense.
Right.
So I think last year, it just proved that okay, Derek Carr is
time to move on.
Yeah, it's not the answer for us. I felt like it was time for us to move on. Was Jimmy G the answer for us? We'll see. I'm behind Jimmy G.
Of course.
You never know. Like you said, it's a lateral move. Which is fine. But I think the only upside that he has is that he knows the system a little bit more, so it's not going to take him longer to understand the system. Derek Carr, anytime he gets into a new system, it always takes a year for him to learn it,
right.
And then he'll start getting to it. But I think this new regime wanted to see how it's going to look. But that's why I feel like this year with Josh McDaniels, there's no more excuses.
No.
You got the guys that you wanted. You got Jimmy G. You got the might not be the quarterback you wanted. Obviously, I think Tom Brady was that guy. But Jimmy G's still, the second guy that you wanted. So I have a lot of optimism. I feel like Jimmy G's going to do good this year.
Right.
I think we're going to have a better record than we did last year. The only way to go is up, man.
My heart was broken last year.
And you know what? What you said about Jacobs, you're right on the head. Because you know what? We had the chance for the 5th-year option with him.
We did.
We would have had him for cheap.
But do you think that he would have still went out there with the chip on his shoulder if we picked up that 5th-year option?
I believe that too.
Yeah, because he plays with heart. I think that's just the kind of guy he is. Josh Jacobs is all heart. He's not going to go out there and half-ass. I don't see that. I love him. I want him to be on our team. Yeah. Now, the market for running backs and the way things has changed, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because they have the shortest careers. They take the most abuse, and then they're done. I mean, literally. And you got someone like Derrick Henry, who's, all these guys. Dalvin Cook is out there.
Yeah.
The only one who's really solid right now is Christian McCaffrey. He got the Brinks-Trup backed up for him.
Well, he did, but that was a different. Yeah, that was a different. Yeah.
But I mean, the Niners. I'm saying, he is different.
He's like, I guess now I think a lot of franchise. I think for as far as the business move for the Raiders, I think it's smart not to give him the bag. I think for us Raider fans, emotionally, I feel like he deserves the bag. He was our whole offense last year, but the running back market, like you said, is not great. And then there was a report that came out that they were offering him $12 million, which any other running back would have taken it. Like Saquon would have taken it. Tony Pollard would have taken it. Barkley signed $11 million.
Right.
But I know a lot could go into that because who knows what that $12 million was. It's probably not a fully guaranteed contract. Maybe it's. I don't know, but
incentive based, all that.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that could go into that. I just want Josh Jacobs back on the team. I think it's only going to help Jimmy G in this offense.
Oh, absolutely.
But if the Raiders don't get anything done, I mean, I know they're trying to work something out right now. If they don't, I guess we got to see what these other running backs have. Zamir White.
Honestly, I don't think even if we get nothing done, Jacobs is not going to sit out the year. He'll come in and play on the franchise tag. He's just not going to be here for camp or anything. He doesn't have to be.
And that's what I've been saying.
He'll show up.
That's why I said
he's not going to skip $12 million.
That's why I said I think he's going to sign the tag. He's going to play for the Raiders. Yeah. There's no other option that he has. Honestly, Jacobs.
And it ain't going to do any good.
It won't help
if
him
he sits out
the bag
for the season.
year.
No other franchise is going to pay him the bag. I don't think the trade market is out there for him. Yeah. And the Raiders, if they were to trade him, I think they're going to try to look for a first round pick, which I don't think any other team is going to give a first round pick for a running back. So. Unless he wants to sit out, I think the best option for him is he's going to be back in the silver and black. Yeah. Like you said, he may not be here for preseason, may not be here for training camp. No. But I think by the time week 1 comes around and we play Denver, he's going to be here.
Yeah, he will.
It's going to be something that we follow. I've been following it for quite a while now. So, I've been pounding the table for him. And
let me ask you this. It's a year past, but I didn't really get to talk to you about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
After the not last year, but the year before, we
playoffs
had a good season. Bisaccia got us through all that mess.
Yeah.
I feel like he earned the job. I was so bummed when they let Bisaccia go. I mean, I did too.
Yeah.
In the organization, we let him go to Green Bay. That sucked.
That one's a hard one because emotionally, I felt like he would have, but because the players played for him. That was the difference. And we've talked to some people. We talked to Jonathan Hankins about that, and then they've talked about it was just different playing for him. Mm-hmm. And I was just only worried because he was only a special teams coach. I don't know how well he would have been as a coach leading a team because he was basically running what John Gruden had for basically the rest of the year, but.
It'd be interesting.
It's kind of tough. I guess you could say we could have just given him a year, see how it would have worked out. Maybe it would have been a shit show. Maybe it would have been good. But who knows?
I would have liked to have seen him get a shot. He could bring in his own coordinators. have the full off season because the players loved him. I mean, if you got a coach that they'll run through a wall for, those are guys who win Super Bowls.
That's true.
The Super Bowl winning coaches have that, where the players it doesn't matter. Yeah. They do it for them. Yeah. Look at all the guys who've won the Super Bowl, the coaches in the last 10 years. They're all mostly real, powerful personalities that the players they love.
I'm just kind of borderline. It's kind of.
I would say the same, borderline. I mean,
it's spilt milk now. It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. But just for retrospective, kind of looking back at it, what could have happened? Because last year no one was happy, and I'm just wondering if we'd have kept Bisaccia, would it have been any different?
I don't know.
We wouldn't have Devontae Adams. We wouldn't have Chandler Jones, all these other players that we had last year.
That came as because we got Ziegler.
Ziegler. I think our draft that we had last year was
pretty solid.
It wasn't too bad either.
I like the draft we just had this year.
The draft that we had this year. Yeah, so, I guess we'll go to that as well. What did you think about this past draft? I know we didn't really talk about it.
Ziegler's first with Dylan Parham?
No, this past one.
I liked it a lot. Actually,
were you actually there or no?
No. I didn't go to Kansas City. I had enough of them when I was there last season. I knew they won the Super Bowl. I don't want to be there with all them. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want to deal with the fans. Honestly, that's why I didn't go. It's
always the fans, man.
Queefs.
Fuck you, Mahomes.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Anyway, I liked the draft a lot. When we took. Tyrese as instead of Jalen Carter. I was looking at that, and but I think we made the right decision. Wilson's arm span is crazy, and him. If we get a solid DT in the middle, to that job handled with those two on the outside, we're going to be a scary defense.
I think the defense is going to surprise a lot of people this season.
And then getting Marcus Peters, that helps a ton.
No,
You
definitely.
know, Nate Hobbs is a dog. I like our team. I want to see our defense hit people. You know, like
Destroy them.
bro.
Hurt them.
I mean, honestly, and not to give another team love,
Injury prone type.
but the type of team we had with the freaking Ravens when they were dominant, that kind of defense that just people are just getting broken.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice.
That would
I
be
would
nice.
love that for Vegas.
I'm just hoping. I would just be happy with a top 15 defense.
You know,
That's the least I can ask for.
know?
You know, but I think they're going to be better this year.
I
I
do.
mean,
I do.
Chandler, I think was one of the key pieces last year for us in our defense because we expected a lot out of him in the beginning. Obviously, he didn't show up
no.
until the latter part of the season, which the defense started to look a little bit better. You know.
Yeah,
We held our own against some of the big teams out there with our defense.
we did.
Like Kansas City Chiefs, you know,
Yeah,
17-0
we
at
did.
halftime.
We did.
You know, we held our own against the Niners for a little
I was
bit.
going to say, even with the Niners,
even
you
with
know,
the
and they
Niners.
were on a heater coming in with all that momentum, you know.
Yeah. Still like a playoff team. We're just a team just playing.
We're just
But
scrubbing.
we were holding our own. You know,
Yeah.
Jared Stidham was holding his own
Hey,
as well,
you
man.
could tell there's no love lost.
Oh
Yeah.
no, definitely.
You know.
And that's what I like to see from this team. You know, a lot of these players. I mean, as much as they love Derek Carr and have respect for Derek Carr, they're all ready to move on and just try to go do the best this season. You heard a lot of like rumors about Devontae Adams wanting to leave,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because Derek Carr, and you know,
That was just cleared up by somebody. Somebody from
Even
the
out of
organization,
Devontae's
yeah.
camp, he said I read the articles. He's just saying he wants to retire in a Raider jersey.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, of course, he wants to win a Super Bowl, but hey, got to do it here, and we got to try to do the best we can, and hopefully getting Josh Jacobs back, and then adding Marcus Peters to the secondary, and then adding Tyree Wilson, who I think is going to be big, you know, for us.
Big.
He's learning from two guys that like are the perfect teachers. You got a veteran in Chandler Jones who's done it for years. Then you got Max Crosby who's on the up and up that's been doing it for the past couple of years. You know, I think he's gonna. I look at him as Alden Smith, like the same thing as Alden Smith was. I feel like he has that potential.
Yes.
And with this defensive line, as long as the defensive line is good and they could get to the quarterback and cause pressures, I think our defense will be okay because the secondary is only going to benefit from them. And then you got guys like Marcus Peters, like I said, him, Nate Hobbs, Amik Robertson.
We got some dogs.
And
That's
we got-
what I love.
yeah,
we got
we
dogs
added
on
Marcus-
this team,
Marcus
and that's what I
Epps.
want. I mean, I want, you know, guys that just bleed football.
Yeah. So before we get into, I guess I want to get your prediction on the season.
Okay.
But before we get into that, Raider Nation, I want to let you guys know that the Uce Nation website is officially up today. www.theucenation.com. This is where you can find the whole fan experience packages that we got going on from LA to Las Vegas. So if you're in the LA area, you're trying to look for transportation to and from Las Vegas for a game, you're trying to have all you can drink, right?
Yeah.
You got your hotels taken care of for the whole weekend. You got the tailgate experience. You got the night before party. You got the welcome to Las Vegas party on Friday night. And even the after dark party, right?
Yeah, so on Friday nights as well, we got the strip club at Honey's Strip Club. So your transportation, your everything you need for the week is included in the package. So tap in with us. I mean, it's actually saving you a lot of money, man. Check it out.
Most
Shout out to the
definitely.
Orleans Casino.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely. You're saving a lot of money outside of the ticket. The ticket is not included for the games.
Yeah.
You got to buy your own ticket. But everything outside of that, you guys definitely want to tap in at theucenation.com, man.
And if you don't want a hotel, I mean, you could still catch the whole weekend, the vibes, transportation, and all that for was it $199?
$199. If you're not,
So,
if
if
outside
you don't
of
want the
room.
hotels,
Yeah, if you don't want a
room.
room, if you just want the transportation from LA to Vegas and back, you know, with all you can drink, the parties included and everything, then it's only $199.
Yeah.
And then I believe if you do want hotel packages, it starts at $559, right?
Yeah.
It starts at $559.
You got your room for the weekend. You got your travel for everything.
Which I think is still a
That's
great
a
deal
steal,
because
bro.
$500 for a person, that's basically your
On
whole
some
hotel.
some games you're paying upwards of like $500, $600 a night.
Yeah, so that's that's the price for one person. But the more you bring, the cheaper that
Yes.
that rate is. So definitely tap in at theucenation.com. And we also go ahead.
Also, we got merch up on the website. So if you want a Uce Nation t-shirt, I know this ain't the Uce Nation t-shirt, but you want a Uce Nation t-shirt, you know, go check out the merch on the website. Everything is a go. We're just going to be adding to the website, so tap in.
But on top of that, real quick, we also have the LA experience. We're also going to be in LA.
Yeah.
have the whole Uce Nation party over there as well. And we're going to be tailgating at the Pink Lot. And we have a suite at the Chargers game, the Chargers versus Raider game in LA. If you guys want more information on that, then tap in on the website. But we also have a special promo for you guys to get $200 off of that suite. All you have to do is just follow both the Uce Nation and the Uce Nation podcast Instagram pages, and then tag 5 people in the latest post that they posted. So if you guys want to join that as well, tap in. But getting back into our Uce Alpha, man. I know you got events going on as well, right?
Yes,
I want to, Alpha runs the Raidernation Golf Club all over the place. He's out here in Vegas, down in SoCal, the whole 9 yards, man. But I want to ask you what you got planned up this season.
Well, this season we're actually taking it to another level. I've been doing tournaments since 2019. I did them in Oakland, and then, after our COVID year here, I've done them 2 years in a row out here. This year we're doing something different. Not only are we doing them here, but we're taking them on the road, and we're bringing in our opposing fans' team base. So we can literally beat their ass, heckle them the day before they lose to the Raiders in the game.
Yeah, I like that.
I love
Yes,
that.
sir. So week 1, we're in Denver, a place called Thorn Creek. We're on Friday. It's September 8th. We're doing a afternoon thing. It's a 3 o'clock shotgun, and we're going to have the Raidernation Golf Club against the Broncos Country Golf Club, and we're going to have a massive trophy that's going to go back and forth between the team bases, with a plaque on it on who won. And I don't plan on leaving this thing in Denver. So Raider Nation, if you want to tap in and get involved with the club, play on the team, match play, you got to have a handicap.
Or if you're another content creator that's a part of another fan base that are interested, hit our guy up right here.
Absolutely. That's a smaller one we're doing in Denver. It's just 16 versus 16. But for our home opener here in Vegas, we have a huge tournament. We have Raider Nation Golf Club versus the Steel Curtain Golf Club. And we're going to have the match play, which is 16 on 16. But we're also having a scramble, 4-man scramble. So we're going to have 144 people out there at the golf course. We have former players and legends from both teams joining us, playing golf with us, partying with us. They'll take pictures with you, sign autographs. If you're out there playing with us, you're part of the team.
Well, you say match play. That's what it is?
Well, a scramble is your normal tournament when you have these tournaments that everyone goes to, and you have 4 guys on a team, and they all hit the ball, and then you go to the best spot, and then you go there and you play it out, and it's people cheat a lot and come in with these really low scores. Okay, so that's there on one side, but the match play is actually more like Ryder Cup. It's legit golfers. It's going to be, each group will have 2 Raider fans and 2 Steeler fans, or a Raider player and a Raider fan, and a Steeler player and a Steeler fan playing against each other.
Oh.
Okay, and it's stroke by stroke, hole by hole, and it's awesome because it's just like Ryder Cup. At the end of the day, one of the 2 teams is going to be victorious.
Yeah.
And it better fucking be the Raiders, baby. So I'm looking for good golfers.
What were you saying, stroke by what?
Play by play. So literally, first hole, I get a 4 on it.
Stroke by stroke, hole by hole.
I got something you can stroke, Charlie.
Pause.
Hey, I'm from the ghetto, babe, not the.
I'm just kidding. Give me the hard time.
Hey, I definitely got to get into golfing, man. I definitely got to get into golfing because I want to go to these events, especially Woodson Whiskey with what they got going on as well. I'm pretty sure you have a big one for Green Bay weekend, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to Drew Cave, man. That's one of my usos out there. But I do want to get in and play one day.
Awesome.
I'm good at mini putt, so if you have a mini
We'll
putt,
get you there. We'll get you along.
we'll get you.
It's funny you mentioned Drew Cave because I was just up in Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, playing in Woodson's tournament, and we came in second. Me and Drew and Jay Pardo. We were doing a good
Shout out
thing.
Jay as well, man.
We lost by 1 stroke, damn it. But yeah, love Woodson Whiskey. They've been sponsoring the club from the get-go. They're great. They're just there for us. And we love them. I mean, it's good whiskey. So how can you go wrong?
Oh yeah,
Man.
Raider fans and good whiskey.
Shout out to Woodson Whiskey team, man. Jay.
Yes, sir.
yes sir.
Goat, Charles Woodson.
Yes,
They're always showing love as well to the channel. So, if it ain't your game day whiskey, man,
Step up.
it is now. but yeah, that's great. If you guys definitely want to tap in with the Raider Nation Golf Club, tap in with the Uce, Alpha Raider, Ross Ricks, the whole 9 yards, man. But
We got a couple more. Week 4.
go ahead.
When we play the Chargers.
Yeah.
Chokers.
In LA
We'll be
or here?
In L.A.
Okay.
We'll be in Huntington Beach having a tournament that Saturday. 16 on 16.
Saturday morning.
And then week 5, you had mentioned, that's Monday Night Football against the Packers.
So when do you do that? Saturday?
Sunday. We're going to do a Sunday noon tournament.
Okay.
Which we bought out the course. We have the whole course to ourselves. It's going to be Raidernation Golf Club versus the Cheesehead Golf Club. And we'll have a scramble that day as well. So all you hackers who are just terrible, come out and drink a party with us anyway. You can still play. But we're having an after party there that's just going to be off the hook. We got a DJ. We'll be showing the Sunday Night Football game, food, drinks, everything. Woodson Whiskey will be there, of course.
For sure. I definitely, we got to come through.
Yes, sir.
We got to come through.
Oh, you guys are there.
Party it up.
You guys got to do a live podcast from our tournaments.
Oh, don't trust me. I'm going to interview all you guys out there.
Awesome.
We'll try to get a vlog going out there. It'll be fun to get the whole Raidernation Golf Club scene going, you know, because it's only growing. I mean, it's been growing since the beginning, man.
What was it? Not your birthday party, but the one from last year that I went to and played in.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a shitload of players there.
Yeah.
You had about, I'd say, 60 carts full of Raider fans.
Oh, yeah. You know, that was the Rod Martin Invitational
Yeah.
we had. That was at the Legacy Golf Course.
It was
we
packed with Raider fans.
We had Ira Matthews, Rod Martin, Mario Salato, Ron Wheeler, a bunch of just great guys came out, partied with us. They were signing autographs. I mean, the one we just had
For your
in
birthday,
Huntington
right?
Beach for
Yeah.
my birthday. Phil Villapiano came out, played with us, actually played in my group. It was fun. Phil's a great guy.
Yeah.
Lincoln Kennedy came out and played poker with us for our
Dokie
poker
Williams.
tournament. Dokie Williams was there. David Williams, just tons of great guys.
Yeah.
We just got so many great veterans and legacy players that are part of the Raider organization that they still want to hang out with us. And the golf club is just a great way to do it.
Exactly.
It's a tailgate in a park, you know? and we gamble and play a sport or a game anyway while we're at it.
When we do go out there, we'll definitely get a lot of content for you guys so you guys can check it out and be a part of it, you know, for any game that we got going on
Yes,
in
sir.
the future.
Yes, sir.
But moving back into some Raider talk, I did say that I want to get your record prediction.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to do like just quick off the top. I'll give you the team, and then you say it's a win or loss.
We can. I actually just went through this with my neighbor because he's always like, you know, calls me the eternal optimist, and he's like always dogging me on the radio. He's like, no, you got
Trust me, I'm an optimist too. So it's a blessing and a curse to have faith in this team.
I went through the whole one, and we'll do it. But what I did come up with on low side, if we're just kind of 8 and 9 is what I feel is our bottom. I feel if we gel and get some momentum and play as a team, we should be able to hit 11 and 6.
Okay, that's about what Mike
I'm
said.
between those 2 points with where I think
All right.
if we're below 8 and 9 or 9 win, it's going to feel like a total failure of a season. And I ain't going to lie at that point. Fuck it, tank Caleb Williams, come home. But that's about it.
Okay, well, I hope that we don't have to worry about the draft.
Me neither.
I hope Jimmy G is going to be the guy. But hey, I liked it. We'll go rapid fire with this, and you just give me a win or loss, man.
Let's go.
Week 1, Denver.
We own the Donkeys. Win.
Okay, 1-0. You got Buffalo at Buffalo.
Morning game, East Coast, loss.
1-1.
I'm just saying,
That's what I
if
said.
I'm being realistic,
I like it. I like it. We both had different sides to this. Home opener, Steelers.
we always get up for the home opener, and actually we played the Steelers tough every time. I like us. We win that.
That's 2-1. I
win
like
that.
it. At LA, our home away from home.
Yeah, fuck the Chokers. We have lost every time we played in that stadium.
We have.
And it's always been at the last second with some bullshit. We're going to win this time.
That's what I said, bro.
We're getting their ass this
Great
time.
minds think alike.
3-1. And then we got Monday Night Football. Green Bay Packers. No pack no or what?
What do they got? Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Jordan Love. A.J. Dillon.
Fuck. I
No
mean,
Devontae Adams. No Aaron Rodgers.
I don't see a reason to give it to him. I mean, I'm trying to be kind of, tough-minded and not too much of a optimist, but fuck them. 4-1.
Ooh, I like it. Hey, we're back home again. New England Patriots.
You know what? Just for the sake of a fucking stupid fluke, and we got to lose them here and there because of the way we won last year against them.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just. It still would have went to overtime, but just the way that happened. Fuck, I hate to say it, man. It was a fumble. We're gonna push that. That's a tie. Fuck them.
Oh, so it's a tie?
It's a tie.
So what's that? 4-1. Oh, 4-1-1.
4-1-1. If you want all the info, here it is, baby. Uce Nation for the info.
4-1-1. Now I gotta keep on. Okay. What do you got? Oh, we got Chicago Bears at Chicago.
Win.
Ooh, 5-1.
I don't even have to think about it.
At Lions.
loss.
Ooh, 5-2-1.
Even though we're great on Monday night, I could see us winning it, but just I'm trying to keep
Detroit
it.
looks scary this year.
They look pretty good.
They looked pretty good last year.
So that's 5-2-1. We got New York coming to town, man.
Yeah, no, we got them. Waller's going to come back and try to make a statement, and that's
I
where
don't think Waller's gonna have 3 touchdown day.
you know what I think. You know what I think?
Was good.
Our rookie, Michael Myers.
Oh no, he gonna be.
He's going to have no. That's going to be his breakout game. That's where he has a huge game, and he's the better tight end that day than Waller. That's my prediction.
I like that.
I like that.
So that's 6-2-1. We got New York coming to town again. Sunday Night Football against Aaron.
Fuck. They have a great defense.
Great defense.
Great running game. A-Rod.
Gotta shoot it.
Win.
That's 7-2-1 so far.
Yep.
We go to play Tua in Miami.
We fucking suck in Miami. We never win in Miami, especially at 10 o'clock. Look at our record in Miami, AM games. Fuck. Loss.
So 7-3-1.
8-3-1.
8-3. No, 7.
He's got it.
Oh, okay.
7-3-1. Yeah, last time we did it, I fucked up. Bro, when I went and edited again, it was like we were hella off. Nice. That's what I'm trying to keep. Okay, 7-3-1. Okay, 7-3-1. We got Kansas City Chiefs at home.
We're gonna split with them this year.
Oh, I like that.
I like
We're gonna
that.
split with them this year.
So that's 8.
8-3-1.
8-3-1.
I don't think we're gonna win in fucking on Christmas in the snow. So we're.
Fuck, man. I don't like hearing that.
I would.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I don't like hearing
It'd be a
it.
horrible Christmas.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If we're splitting, we're either going to lose at home or we're going to win on Christmas in the snow. No, that would be. I'd rather lose at home and beat their ass on Christmas. Honestly, if I have my way. So whichever one you want to count as a win and as a loss, one's a win.
I guess we'll give this one a win since you said 8-3-1 the bye week.
We win the bye week. We don't have any. We have
don't
no
need-
Henry Ruggs incident.
We don't need any
That was
headlines.
the bye week. That was the bye week.
We don't need
We have no Henry Ruggs incident.
no headlines to happen.
No,
during
nothing.
The bye week. So we're 8-3-1 right now after the bye week. Going after the bye week, we got the Minnesota Vikings coming here.
Win.
9-3-1.
I don't see no. Yeah, no, fuck them. They lost Dalvin Cook. They've got Kirk Cousins.
But they still got.
Madison. He's
Still
pretty good.
got Justin Jefferson, man.
You know what? Peter's gonna lock his ass down.
Ooh, I like it.
I want it to happen anyway. Justin Jefferson's a badass, though. He's a
Hell yeah.
badass.
We got LA Chargers again. Thursday Night Football. Coming here to Las Vegas. You had us losing the first one.
No, I had us.
Oh, you had us
winning
winning the
winning
first one.
SoFi, but we split with them every year, so that's got to be a loss.
Okay, 4. That's 9-4-1.
Yep.
And then we got Christmas game. Kansas City Chiefs.
Lost.
I already said loss on that one, so 9-5-1.
9-5-1. And then we got at Indianapolis.
Win.
And then we got last game.
Donkeys. 12-5-1.
11-5-1.
11-5-1.
It's 11-5.
I said 11. Remember I said 11? I said 11-6 was good side.
That is right.
I
Okay.
said 11-6 was
Yeah, okay.
optimism.
So you got
11-5-1's a little extra optimism.
that's something different. I never seen that before. But hey, that's better than what I had. I had 10 wins. He had 8 wins. You have 11 wins. You're tied with Mike. Mikey had 11 as well. So it's a lot of optimism, man.
I know.
A lot of Raider fans don't want to hear that. They were like, "Oh man." it's
Well,
gonna be a
I mean,
bad season
I
this
could
year."
see every scenario, game I talked about, I could see it going down the way I said.
Yeah.
I've watched enough seasons, enough games. I know what kind of if we're going to the East Coast and we're playing a 10 a.m. game, it doesn't bode well for us. It just never has.
I mean, speaking on that, you go to a lot of games. I want to ask you real quick, what has been like your craziest experience that you've experienced at a game, or like best experience that you've had at whatever,
Wildest.
wildest, craziest, best, fantastic.
Have you ever been arrested at a Raiders game?
No.
Have you been to a Raiders game? No, I'm just joking.
You haven't been to a Raiders game.
You haven't experienced the
I've
full
ta-
experience.
I've taken a nap at a couple.
Oh, I know. There's a couple
yeah.
times where
Shut it.
I was sitting there across from you. Hey, Alpha, wake up.
I remember just being in Oaktown. We were playing the Jaguars. Most boring-ass game in a super brutal heat. I mean, the final ended up
Was
being
that the last game or no?
it was like that. Yes, that was the last game, and we lost to them. And we had like several against the Jaguars over the years in Oakland that were the same thing. Just 12-9 games. You're in the sun all day. We lose. Just shitty games.
Yeah.
I've taken naps at Jaguar games, but
So what's your craziest experience? Taking
Well-
a nap or?
no, not even close. There's been some great ones. I'm going to mention a couple of them.
All right.
2006.
Okay.
This was the year after the Steelers won the Super Bowl. We're playing against them, and I'm row one end zone in my seats. And right in front of us, Chris Carr picks off Roethlisberger, 100-yard, pick six. It was badass. Whole stadium went nuts.
Is that Derek's uncle or no?
No. Well, No, he's not.
Oh, so that was one of them.
That was one of them. I was at the game. We played Kansas City. It was Thursday night football.
Was it
and there was like 12 untimed plays because of penalties.
Yeah, the last seconds of the game, right?
Bro, that
we had like
that was in my end zone. Like I'm there.
That was
every
a crazy game.
I remember that game.
Okay.
I watched that at
I
work.
was drunk.
And that shit was crazy watching.
I was drunk in a hotel room watching the game on the TV.
That was phenomenal. I got just two more I got to bring up.
Okay.
One, I was at the Indianapolis game when Carr gets carted off the field with his broken leg right in front of me. Like, literally from me to you, I see Carr going off.
So that was a great experience.
Well, it was just
For us,
it was a memorable one. I'm not saying great, but just,
you're
craziest things.
Because you're there. You were there. I got to see Carr.
To the left or to the right?
Well, it sort of had a little buckle. It was sort of doing one of these.
Oh, hell no.
He still could have played.
Yeah, wrap that
Rub
shit
some
up.
dirt on it, right?
The season that could have been, right?
Yeah.
The Super Bowl season that could have been.
But Seawood's last game against the Chargers, the night game, that was badass.
You got to go to a lot of Oakland games.
So-
I've never been to one. He's been to one. So I don't know how it feels to be out there. I only got a little glimpse of it when I went to San Diego, South Oakland.
Yeah.
And it used to be crazy
Oh,
over there as well. I went the year we started 0-10. It was Derek Carr's rookie season.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know why, like, even though the Chargers don't have a lot of fans, like, they always get under my skin the most sometimes. Like, I remember there's some fans running around with some signs of like, oh, you guys going 0-10 today.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, oh, man, fuck you. And then we lost the game anyways. And I was like, fuck. And then the next year when we had Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, and we blew their asses out, and I was so excited. But, I mean, that was the closest thing I got to Oakland. I know it's not Oakland, but I wish I got to experience it.
You just brought up a memory, though. Actually, the craziest was my first two games ever.
What?
L.A. Coliseum.
Damn,
I went week 16. It was against the Donkeys. John Elway wearing the pumpkin orange. It was the last game of the season, and we had to win the game to win the division.
Yeah.
It came down to the last second. I mean, we were back and forth. James Jett in the corner of the end zone, falling down, caught it. We won. Like, awesome game, right? And by the way, fuck. L.A. was a war zone, dude. Mm-hmm. I go into the stadium, right? And, like, you see all these dudes doing all these, like, gang signs and shit going on. like crazy, because this was South Central in, like, 90.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
I mean, it was nuts, right? And I go to get to my seats. I'm just kind of chilling, but I see, like, there's some speckles of orange in the stadium, some Donkey fans. Before 5 minutes were gone, every one of them had ran out of the stadium. Like, literally, like fleas off a dog in a pool. I'd never seen nothing like it. There was none. They were all getting beers pelted at them, chased out. They were gone.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So like,
experience a game in the 90s, bro. Like 92, you said?
So we win the game.
Win.
We win the game. We win the division. And I'm walking out the stadium. The box office is selling tickets for the wild card for the next week. I'm like, fuck. I get in line to buy tickets. Go back the next week, and we smoke them. We beat the Donkeys like 48-24.
Dang.
It was great. Watching Elway lose twice in 2 weeks. Fucking great.
So I'm sure you were there when Tom Flores was a quarterback too. Like, did you?
I was a fan.
Dang. So you watched?
A little kid.
Did you watch them when they first?
I mean, I was born in '70. I've been a fan since I was 6.
Oh.
So, I mean, I might have been, a little kid watching it, but no, I remember watching Plunkett, seeing Madden on the sidelines. I remember the Madden beer commercials, all that stuff. I mean, I was a little kid playing Pop Warner. I loved it.
What was Jesus like?
You know what? He said your ass needs to stop sucking.
How was it when Abraham?
No, I'm just kidding.
He said to smack you with my chancla. Or no.
How was it when Moses parted the Red Sea? Were you there?
Well, I'll tell you what. That Red Sea, you don't want to see where it's coming from.
I couldn't help it.
Like a bottle.
I think you got where I was going with that. You see Tom Flores?
Yeah. I'm like, wait. No, I didn't see Tom Flores before. He was like 67, wasn't he?
You were a Raider fan when they had no eye patches.
When I wasn't even born.
When there was no eye patches on them.
When they had both eyes.
might as well see Daryl and Monica, right?
The Raider logo had two eyes.
You were there when they joined the NFL.
Hey, so you remember when they had the black and gold uniform then?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I couldn't help it.
When Mark Davis was running around.
Dad. Y'all motherfuckers better cut.
Shut up, Mark.
Motherfuckers better cut this shit.
Hey, I guess my side's hurting.
No, all jokes, man. But I want to get one more thing before we head out of here, man. I wanted to get at least one or two bold takes that you have this.
I can't stop laughing. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. He still has to see the cloud.
Oh, I'm crying right now.
All right. Seriousness. Come on, Uce.
All right. Oh, I'm cramping right now. All right, no more laughing.
All right, I got two bold takes.
Yeah, give me. Do you have two?
You gotta start up. Really?
Oh man,
I was jealous, man.
no.
Yes.
Haterade.
No.
Haterade. Tell him to stop drinking the Haterade. Okay, so
Forgetting how old you are.
he's young, bro. 21,
Yeah,
bro. At heart.
I'll outwork you. I'll outdrink you. I'll outfight you, and I'll
Yes, you
outfuck
are.
you.
Yes,
Okay,
you
remember
are.
that, young
And
man.
outrun him, too.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. But yeah, do you have two bold takes for this year?
I do.
Like, give me two bold or three or whatever you have. I just want to hear because we had ours and I would like to hear
All
from
right.
a different fan.
Here's one. Top 10 defense. Top 10.
I love it. It's gonna be hard to see.
Number 2. You guys are really gonna like this. Kansas City does not win the division this year.
That would be lovely.
They do not. I'm not saying who's gonna win it, but it's not gonna be them. Fuck them.
Fuck them, bro.
Queefs.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I like that one.
All right.
Who's gonna win the division though? Do you know? Or do you want to guess? Non-bias.
Chargers or us? I don't think it's gonna be the Donkeys or the Queefs.
Not the Donkeys?
Not the
Even with Sean
Donkeys.
Payton?
Fuck the Donkeys, man. I hate the
Fuck the
motherfuckers.
Donkeys. Fuck all of
They
them.
still got Russ. He can't cook.
Nah, he hasn't
He
been
ain't cooking.
Especially with Sierra at home, you know?
I don't care. And he's already picking fights with the Jets and Rodgers. Fuck, he's an idiot. Why would you give them? They're going to beat their Jets. Are going to roll the Donkeys. Put money on that one.
I like that. So us or the Chargers? You know, they paid,
I think it's us and the Chargers win the division this year. I do.
that's nice. They paid a pretty penny for Justin Herbert, so they better win the division.
Yeah, fuck. He's just a glorified Kirk Cousins. That's all he's going to do. He'll do great regular season, but primetime playoffs, just like Kirk Cousins.
True.
Last one. Tyree Wilson leads the league in sacks for rookie.
Oh, okay.
Most sacks as a rookie.
I can see that. I can see that happening. Well, I think I had him. I had like 7 or something. No, he had him being defensive rookie.
Defensive rookie of the
Of
year.
the year.
I mean, it's kind of the same because
Yeah.
if he
Which I can
does,
see that.
if it leads the league in rookie sacks, he's probably going to get it anyway.
It's not all about sacks though, but I think he's gonna have a lot of
I
pressure.
mean, we work hard, we drink. Of course, it's about sacks. We could go home to your wife. Why are you married if it's not about sacks, bro?
You got a point, Uce.
I got a point.
No, I like that one. That one. So I'm gonna recap mine, and you tell me if it's
All right.
good or not. I said Devontae Adams, 12 touchdowns.
Easy.
Easy. Okay, my second one, the Raiders make the playoffs.
I like it. I do.
And then the last one was if Josh Jacob doesn't sign the franchise tag, Zeus goes off for 1,000. This is Zamir White.
Okay. I know who Zeus is. Come on, doggy.
Oh, no,
Come on.
do you know?
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna double down on that.
Yeah, tell me.
Josh Jacobs is gonna sign, and they're both gonna get 1,000.
Oh,
Ooh,
that
damn.
was hella bold. I like it, though. I like
Well,
it.
fuck it. We're called bold predictions, right?
Bold
I'm not trying to stay on the porch.
I
Let's go.
like it, though. So, with that being said, Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think about his bold predictions and even his record prediction down in the comments below, man. Where can they find you, man?
Raidernation Golf Club on Instagram. Alpha Raider HB also is my personal on Instagram, and then I'm on Facebook. Everybody knows who Rick Ross is. I'm Ross Ricks, and I'm always hustling, baby.
Yeah, you'll hear this guy a mile away coming your way every time.
That's right.
And then obviously the Uce.
Mr. Fitz 714. You can find me anywhere on social media. Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
Raiders, bitch.
Yes, sir. And then obviously Simone Raider on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and even on YouTube. So with that being said, Raider Nation, until the next podcast episode, man, we are out.
Peace.
Peace.